Hello and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night, River City, our Vampire 5th Edition actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Sarah playing Emma, Eric playing Kyle, Duba playing Walter, and Jeremy playing Egidio. And if I recall, we wrapped up last week with the big meeting amongst the barons wrapping up. I believe your big fight had not been brought up in the meeting. But when you all stepped out of the meeting, all the other barons, little flunkies, ran up, started whispering to you, and they all started looking at you.
Everyone knows.
And Maddox just sort of looked over at you and went, "Up, I guess the news got out," and left.
Yep. So it's an awesome room.
Or in the neighborhood, or maybe it's just the sheer amount of news coverage that we get.
The sheer amount of bloodshed.
It's pretty massive.
Yep.
I mean, y'all didn't exactly have a chance to go back and clean up bodies.
Not really. Even though I'm good at it.
Yeah, but it still takes time.
Yes, it does.
And when the fighting was over, y'all were having to bug out because the popo were showing up. But so as y'all are leaving the opera house, what do you want to do? Is there anything else you're planning to get done on this same night?
Kind of a long night. Rather like to get some sleep.
Yeah, it's probably pretty late.
Yeah, because the meeting itself was at was it at 1?
It's at 1-ish. And it's not like there's much else to do. Yeah. I think Egidio will, because there's, it's not like a lot of time, or rather, I should say, it's not like, it's still rather early, but Egidio really doesn't want to be in public right now. So he's gonna go to his haven and work on another ceremony.
Okay.
Bang that out real quick.
As y'all drove back to the domain, Egidio, you get a message from Solo. Basically, have you heard the news? And basically, he's relaying what the news is already putting out about the attack.
I'll look at his text message. Look at the coat of the. Well, I guess he's not really coated with blood. He managed to, step out of the way.
And I think y'all took the time to clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time to clean up as well. So he's thinking of like the crumpled suit that has like the blood stains back at his haven or wherever they are in the wash. He's like, "No, I hadn't heard the news."
And he's got links to some, news stories and whatnot.
Anything particularly masquerade breaching?
Well, this is all just the mortal news. No, it's just a big attack on the neighborhood. They're not. It's so early; they're not even going gang violence yet. It's just
attack at that point.
Yeah, it's just a lot of dead people. And a whole lot of missing people.
I blame the missing people for the dead people. Seems like a good route.
Yeah. Checks out. There's like a 12-year-old missing.
Clearly, violent video games make the kids snap.
Yep.
It is the video games.
And the rest of you get similar messages from, miscellaneous people around the domain.
I will text Solo. Be on the lookout for a Greyhound.
You just get back a bus? Question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Greyhound like the dog.
There's a large, lanky dog around here somewhere. Yeah, get rid of it.
I could go grab one of my New World Harness books that has the stats for something called the Beast of Bethlehem that often appears as a giant dog. So you never know. Especially with him being Tremere, who knows what kind of weird stuff he knows about. I bet the New World of Darkness stuff would work pretty good in this game, in this rule set too. Interesting.
The gears are already turning.
There's a Baali stat block. He's like, that one, mine.
Oh, I've got stat blocks for them. They have their own book in a Storyteller Vault. But yeah, you get back to the domain, no problem. Back to your havens, that's where you want to go. Like I said, a few random people are kind of messaging you about this, but your sweeper and your not accountant, census taker, there are you had already alerted them what was going on, so. So there might be a little bit of damage control to do, but for the most part, the rest of the night goes fairly quietly. And you sleep as the sun rises. And then when it's...
I was going to say, Egidio, as there's still like 3 or 4 hours before actual sunrise. He's not going to work well into the sun up. When he starts getting drowsy, he'll go to sleep. But he's going to start working on a ceremony.
What particular ceremony?
The only one I got.
Oh, this is the foul up cameras thing again?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
I think the rouse check is now, so I'll just roll that. And I'm hungrier. It's fine.
Okay. And then as you all wake up the following evening, give me another roll.
Hey,
I see.
That one.
I see that Walter is. Go ahead. Do what you about to say something?
No, I was just going to say I'm good.
Are you good? You didn't. You rolled a failure. You got hungry.
Wait, was that a failure? Oh, that's right.
0 successes. Were you trying to count that as a 10?
It's only been 2 days, but it's already been a long week.
Yeah.
That's a mood.
Like literally the past 2 days to 3, I have been, counting Friday, I've pretty much been moved around at my job.
Oh, fine.
And there's potential of me doing it again. So I'm just like, yay. Just let me stay somewhere and learn, please.
Well, the more different things you know how to do, the more valuable you are to the company. Or some BS.
The more we can exploit you for it.
You're not wrong. That's unfortunately the premise of all of this.
Egidio's going hunting, just like immediately. He's like, "Oh, that's too many for me. Not dealing with that this evening." That is 3 successes.
Okay.
I don't remember if that was sufficient again.
With the raised difficulty.
Well, the raised difficulty, but then it kind of as everything kind of settled back to normal. At least in the blood bank.
Yeah. Let's see here. Hunting. What was the difficulty we're using for that? Hunting grounds. Oh, let's see. Healthy working class neighborhood, downtown businesses. I think 3 was what we were usually going for, and 4 with the jacked up difficulty. So yeah, he can't help you tonight. The boss is there. They're doing some kind of like audit of the equipment. So. Walter, as soon as you wake up, you already got a message on your phone.
Oh, goody.
You don't recognize the number though.
Oh, goody.
I was fixed to say once again, oh goody.
And it's a voice message, not a text. But.
Of course, he'll dial up the old voicemail and have a listen.
You hear Sammy's voice.
He's a little discouraged because it's an unknown number, but he'll run with it.
Let's see, what would he say over the phone? Because y'all expressed to him how careful he has to be. Hey, Walter Soller, sorry for not getting back with you again last night. Dropped my phone while I was texting you. And if you remember when he was texting you, from what he was saying, he was clinging to the underside of a bus.
Oh, no, he remembers.
Okay. Busy night, don't know, Don't know if Walter wakes up groggy, who knows. I'm he drops you an address. The bus is in an abandoned or an unused warehouse of some kind. Hit me back up first chance you get.
Walter takes a happy tail and slides down to his desk and makes sure his little VPN's active and starts looking at that address, trying to see where he can figure out where that is.
Alright, give me a technology roll. I mean, not to find the address. You can put that into Google Maps or whatever, and you pull up the address. It's a little house out in the county.
If only we were sponsored by a VPN.
No, right, that'd be... I guess it would be intelligence technology?
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I get anything. 3 successes.
How many? Oh, never mind, I see.
3.
So yeah, of course you have no trouble pulling up the address he gave you. You just type that in. But a quick scrolling around and you see a large white building that must be what he was describing as a warehouse. Seems like an odd place for that out there. So it might actually be some kind of small wood shop or business of some sort. But like I said, it is out in the county. It's outside the actual city limits. On y'all's map. I mean, it's like right out here on the edge of the map that I've got. Roll 20 for you.
Okay.
Down one of those main roads and then off a little bit on a side road.
Well, after receiving that little bit of information, he'd kind of turn around with his phone, go to the group chat, and just be like, "So, if nobody's got any plans, I got a little outing we can Friday night if anyone's bored for this evening.
Smash cut to Egidio like loving a deal and being like,
So yeah, what I'm imagining is Gidio was on the phone with his dealer. You know, when it beeps that you've got a message, but you don't have time to check it while you're talking to him. And then as soon as you're done, you look at it and you're like, ah. Kyle, what are you doing when you first get up?
That day I was gone before he ended up getting the messages going. What are these idiots up to? Did he finalize the deal on the house?
would have been a busy ass day.
Well, the trick is once you've got everything going, the actual finalizing, a lot of times you just show up at a lawyer's office and sign the papers. It's not necessarily a big, long, drawn out thing. Yeah, I'm thinking you only had I was saying there would only be a few more days of that a while back. So
Yeah. Honestly, he'll probably be moving what little he actually cares about out of the apartment and moving into the house.
okay, so you're in the early stages of doing that when you get the text from Egidio.
No.
Or not from Egidio, from Walter. Excuse me.
He'll just reply back when and where, and then he'll still be doing his thing.
After a long, drawn out, dramatic sigh, you'll be like, I've got pizza rolls in the microwave. I'll be there later. And then he goes to the Dead Man's Drink because he does have at least two, like, in varying qualities of blood bags left that are probably specifically only good for Egidio at this point.
Yeah, they do not last long, but iron gullet.
Yep. And he'll go and just this sucks.
Walter would reply back, I'll meet y'all at our usual spot and we can discuss from there.
Gidio, when you get into the Dead Man's Drink, give me
Awareness?
yes.
Oh, so I still have 300 on this. What is it? 5 dice. I don't know. That is 5 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 successes.
You walk in, Zeke nods to you. You know, they're still doing this at this point. You know, it's almost like peak takeout time, or at least the dinner rush. So you know, there's a lot of activity going on.
Yep.
You know, most of the wait staff has switched over to delivery people. He seems a little tense when he sees you. But you know, I mean, when you walk in, hey, you know.
From his perspective, I've bribed him to shut up, and then he went and immediately snitched. But Egidio doesn't really care.
You hear a lot of people.
He did literally the thing he intended to do. It's like, hey, he's like saying it without saying it. Manipulation. But no, he's super cordial. Like, hey, how's it going? And then proceeds.
Oh, it's okay. You know, did you hear about the crap that went on over on?
Yeah, just down the road.
Yeah, it must have started up like right after y'all left. It's weird.
That's got to be like bordering on a terror attack.
Yeah, they haven't said what they think it is yet. You know, the news mentioned terror attack. They mentioned gangs, but
There's there's no gang that's gonna go just stay. Gangs don't do that. That's weird. Whatever. Just be safe, man. All right.
Oh yeah, I don't live in that area, thankfully.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
And you hear several other wait staff are still talking about it. It is definitely like the topic of the day.
Oh yeah, it's like 4 blocks away.
And even getting the dead man's drink, you saw several police cars. There's a very high police presence today.
And then he goes and monopolizes the partially gelatinated blood bags.
Yeah, they would not have, even for you, they would not have lasted, you don't think, another night.
Yep.
You may have to put some effort into stocking back up.
Put a pin in for tomorrow. And then he just waits patiently for the rest of the code.
Okay. Emma, what do you do when you first wake up?
Doesn't need to hunt necessarily. Last night, how many different barons gave us the side eye?
Alright.
Well, but like the one that was closest to it was the one mostly giving us the side eye and kind of getting lippy.
Matic always gets a little lippy with you.
Yeah, but Matic is Matic. The one towards the end.
Well, let's see here. The Gangrels, Lillian and Saul, who represent the pack, which is if you remember, is a mostly Gangrel group that is down in the southwestern part of the city. An area that's really only city in technical terms.
Yeah. The one that, I can't remember his name, but like right before we left, he was the one. The Gangrels didn't say anything directly to them. And it wasn't Matic.
Let's see. I know that the two outer barons, kind of to the east, really didn't seem to have a strong reaction because you were on the opposite side of town from them.
I just remember he had mentioned something about you couldn't call us when it was like right outside our doorstep kind of thing.
That was Clint.
Okay.
From the Sherwood Oaks barony. That's right. He was a little miffed because he is like, kind of right next door to you.
I was like, I knew it was something with a C, but I couldn't remember who. She's going to send a text to Kyle and be like, do you have any more of that special wine that you get imported in? I owe somebody an apology, and I think that would be a good gift. 2 seconds after that, I will pay you back. Also, you're muted.
I'm not sure how you could tell I'm muted via text, but
that was out of character.
Well, I'm making it in character now. You know where the key is. I'll trust you with it.
Send me a bill, and she goes to Dead Man's and picks that up.
Okay.
On the way to Dead Man's, go ahead.
Also, she'll get another text said, I'm going to be busy tonight, so just let me know where we're meeting, and I'll meet you.
Thumbs up emoji, and then calls Clint.
All right. As you're leaving your apartment, you get a message from Walter.
Okay.
I know you had to step away. Were you here when Walter got his message from Sammy?
I know he got the voicemail from Sammy saying they knew where the bus was.
Okay.
It was in like a white warehouse kind of building.
And then so he'd sent out a text letting everybody know, without really saying it, that he had something y'all could do tonight.
She's like gritting her teeth and just I'd like to pass one pleasant evening, just one pleasant evening. I'll catch up with you guys as soon as I'm done. I have to go to a meeting real quick, but it hopefully should not take too long, and it should mend some fences. And then she will try and fly back to Clint.
Okay. Give me a wits awareness as you walk into the bar. Yeah. And the bar is, like I said earlier, a bustling little hub of activity at the moment. But, normal activity.
Normal activity.
Well, it's like 8 o'clock or so now, so there's a lot of regular workers. Zeke seems a little tense and standoffish.
Zeke, are you okay?
Yeah, it's just, that weirdness that happened just a few streets over.
Yeah, you guys are making sure to kind of keep an eyeball on each other, right? Everyone's okay from the bar?
Yeah. If anybody's out longer than we expect, we're calling.
If anyone needs me to like drive by and check on somebody, let me know. I'll be out and about at least for a little bit.
No, okay, yeah.
I gotta pick it up and.
Yeah, I think the GDO was already back there.
Fantastic.
See, that does remind me. Quick sidebar. Kyle would have messaged Zeke to let him know that he's working on a move, so he won't be in until much later.
Okay, he get a response back. It's fine, boss.
It's like, I'll try to be quick, but if y'all need anything, just let me know.
Yeah, he just nods. And then goes back to dealing with some of the staff.
A little shoulder pat and goes back and goes to retrieve said wine.
Alright, so you get a bottle of the good stuff.
Yep.
Kyle does not have a big supply of that anymore.
Yeah, she's taking like maybe not the smallest bottle because she doesn't want to be insulting, but yeah,
mid-sized bottle.
Yeah, like, well, maybe small, just as a sign of good faith. It's already kind of a treat, so.
There's a Ravnos that Kyle needs to get a hold of here in the near future.
It's like the wandering salesman in Resident Evil.
What do you buy?
What are you selling?
Yeah. That's basically the backstory, by the way, Jace. If ever my Ravnos needs to get played, he's just a wanderer that goes around selling stuff.
Gotcha, yes.
And is Kyle's... Considering you asked before, like, you never said who his contact is. That's... The Ravnos is Kyle's contact for getting blood wine.
Okay.
Hey,
That's how he gets it.
Want to buy some blood wine?
I can work with that.
And if Gidea's back there, she'll give a nod and be like, I'm gonna go try and mend some fences before the bullshit starts.
Buena suerte.
Back at you. She knows little to no Spanish. And
she just goes by tone of voice. Well, that didn't sound like an insult.
Like, it could be an insult. I've heard people say bless your heart.
You've never heard my mom speak Spanish, obviously.
She's like, alright, text me if anything goes too far south or if we start meeting somewhere. Yeah. And heads back on out.
Ya se fue.
Just nodding. All of the Spanish she knows, unfortunately, is from a Taco Bell menu.
Yep.
I feel like I should comment on that, but I don't think I want to.
She took Latin in high school and college.
Rappy isn't here. I don't have anyone else to commiserate with me.
I mean, to be fair, I should learn, but
They're commiserating in spirit.
Yep.
I was going to say Latin's useless, but in this world, you might actually run into some people that still know Latin from back in the
she
day.
was medical, so
Yeah. All right, so you head out to the Sherwood Oaks neighborhood.
yeah, she does call beforehand to not just show up in somebody's domain. She's trying to respect that.
Okay. You speak with, I believe, Shelly was the name.
Hold, please. I think I have it written down.
I most likely have it written down, but do you think
It's
I have my docs open right now? No.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Shelly was the lady.
She was
And
with Robin at Robin's house.
Oh, I don't have it written. Oh.
because it was her and
Robin's was the kindred they were sent to the first night.
yeah, Clint Robbins.
Okay.
Robbins is Clint, I believe.
Okay. Or was it Calvin?
Calvin Fuquay.
I did not write a last name down,
Okay.
unfortunately.
But yeah, the three you met the first time y'all went to Sherwood Oaks. After the car chase. Clint was the Baron, and then you also met Shelly and Calvin.
Okay.
They were like his, right hands or whatever. You're not actually sure how many kindred live in that neighborhood.
And probably all for the better.
Yeah. But yeah, you contact her, say you'd like to come by. She tells you that'd be fine. Same house you were at last time.
Okay.
It's apparently the one they set aside for visitors, or for meeting visitors.
Yep. Emma's like, I gotta just get our Baronry one of those so we stop meeting at the damn bar.
I'll get me one of those.
One of those.
Well, once Kyle moves out, you could always use his apartment.
Then we're in an apartment building, and that's just even weirder. She's over the next time skip. She is looking for some kind of house or storefront or something.
Most likely, we will skip a month after tonight's session.
Okay, then I'll square.
Unless we wind up ending on a cliffhanger because the way stuff will work sometimes.
As we do.
We do.
But alright, you drive to Sherwood. That's no problem. It's 5 minutes outside of y'all's domain.
Goes up, politely knocks on the door, politely waits.
Short wait. Shelly opens the door. Please come in.
Thank you. Is Mr. Robbins available tonight? I just wish to speak to him for a few moments of his time.
I told him. He's right in here. I told him you were coming.
Awkward, thank you. Heads on in.
I'm trying to remember. Do you know what clan she is? I can't remember if it came up.
I don't think it came up, honestly.
Okay. But she walks you back to clearly a bedroom, but he's got it set up like a study. Miss Hawthorne?
Mr. Robbins?
Please have a seat. You wanted to talk?
I wish to extend an apology and an olive branch on behalf of my coterie. Sets the bottle on the table. Our intention wasn't to obfuscate anything that went on last night. We were just concerned that bringing it up in the meeting might draw attention away from the original intent of the meeting.
The incident that led to the incident last night. How much in advance did you know that something was going on?
Literally, we came from the fight to the meeting. Well, a couple minutes to change outfits for some, but not much more.
I see. And who was responsible for the incident? Who did all that killing? Because obviously the news reports don't say, what went on.
The coterie, myself and the coterie, of course. Some of August's men and some outside sources.
You brought in who did you bring in from the outside?
Someone that I trust.
But you're not trying to obfuscate anything.
They have experience with the problem that went on farther north with the Baali. Right now, the enemy of we share a mutual enemy.
He looks surprised when you say Baali.
Hey, she's not trying to obfuscate. If she catches us surprised, then she'll be like, you understand why we didn't want to just cause a ruckus.
Yes, I heard a lot of rumors about them last year. I was not involved in any of the goings on. Though I was kept abreast of developments enough that I won't doubt you that they exist.
Since it occurred mostly in our domain, we felt it our responsibility to quickly try to stamp it out. And we are continuing to attempt to stamp it out.
So you've extended your domain into those neighborhoods?
I thought that was our neighborhood.
It was a couple of streets over.
Just outside.
I mean, it was right outside.
Because it originated in our domain, we felt it responsible for it. I apologize if any toes were stepped on. All of us are still quite young at this, and trying to take care of our own problems, so we're...
Yes, admit weakness in front of another berry.
She's being honest. If it backfires, it backfires on her. She doesn't know any better.
But come to think of it, how good a job are you doing?
Good job are you doing?
How good a job am I doing?
Social roll, let's go.
Oh, manipulation.
She's not trying to manipulate.
I was gonna say, she's not necessarily.
You're right. Composure is probably the way to go. Composure, etiquette. I think etiquette would fall under, or would
Hell yeah, baby! I actually put dice in that.
Well, I have to be more careful about what skills I pick out for you to roll next time. Then.
5.
5.
I have 6 total dice.
I know I've got Clint's stats here. There's Calvin's. That doesn't look good.
Must be a contested roll, or is it just like a DC?
Well,
Yeah, no.
No, I don't. That's why I'm asking. Storyteller to storyteller.
Yeah, it's going to be contested. Well, I mean, I'm going to use this to set a difficulty, basically.
Gotcha.
Alright, there's his wits and his insight. Okay. He seems to be taking it at face value. But he tells you, in the future, when something happens this close to his domain, he would appreciate being, you letting him know that sort of fighting could easily spill over.
Of course. In the future, we will definitely seek out your assistance. May, in fact, be doing it tonight, depending on how things go.
Oh, are we expecting another incident tonight?
From what I can glean from a non-masquerade breeding non-masquerade breaching text. There may be some more activities planned for tonight. I haven't met back up with the others yet in person to get more information.
I see.
I want to take care of this first.
Hashtag priorities.
Yeah, she's like, I'm not supposed to be the face, but
here I am.
But here I am.
Here I am.
No.
Once again. I'm torn
But
to pieces.
That's me in the corner.
well, he reaches over. He takes the bottle of wine. I assume this is one of the vintages appropriate for us.
Yes. Kyle has contacts with, I believe, a Ravnos that can get certain things, certain luxuries.
Probably smuggling them out of Huntsville.
I haven't asked the details because I don't want to know them on top of everything else that's going on right now.
He sort of chuckles at it. I still want to describe the bottles as having a label that says Samuel's Choice. But anyway.
What was Samuel's last name?
Caldwin.
Could be like Caldwin. Caldwin's Choice. That would be weird.
But
How do
fun.
blood bind all these people? Wine.
Yep.
Drunks are so stupid. Nah. I don't think the Tremere can actually. I don't think the Tremere can actually do that though.
Tremere can't blood bond anyone.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's their bane, is they can't blood bond. They can be blood bound, but they can't blood bond others.
But yes, if there's anything going down tonight, do give him a call. He could rustle up a few people.
Of course.
Now, of course, if some event should happen where he needs some extra people, his barony does specifically keep an eye out in the county for example, lupine activity.
If there's one thing our domain is known for, it's starting fights and ending them.
He seems to take that as a affirmation that you'll help in return.
Also, if you could, I heard some rumblings, at least from the others, that some of the fledglings may have left on a bus. If you could keep an eye on that within your domain. If you see any random large buses going around that aren't usual, any information would be greatly appreciated.
A Greyhound drove by last night.
Really? What direction?
West.
Okay.
You know, just along that road, the almost road that's out in front of his domain.
If I hear anything more, I'll let you know.
He gives you a nod.
And kind of extends like a handshake and
Yeah, he stands up, shakes your hand.
yeah, the mutual polite goodbyes and heads on out and heads back to Dead Man's.
Okay.
Maybe taking a like serendipitous path, being like, are there any like storefronts or like houses for sale that I could get in our domain? She's like, I gotta look at like a real estate website later.
I was thinking, do I know any houses that are for sale? But that would be the dates would line up. But yeah, you can check up and down Westmead, which is like that street that's the border, back border, which is probably where Kyle's house is.
Yeah, she'll look around for different houses and possible storefronts, just stuff that may work as a meeting house for the domain.
Give me a wits awareness.
Why you gotta ask?
Because you're driving down a street that Kyle could possibly be currently moving stuff into a house. That truck looks familiar. No, you do not see.
For Kyle, because he doesn't see it. He's not looking where he's going.
Looking at the other side while Kyle's moving on that side. Boom, boom, boom.
Of course, he gets up 3 seconds later, like, the fuck?
I recognize that car.
But so yeah, you get back to the dead man's drink. By that point, Walter, you've gotten to the dead man's drink. You know, you'd gotten there sometime while she was having her meeting. So
Punch is cleared.
Fence is mended. They had a bus that went west through their domain last night, if that's of any help. Also, they offered backup if we need it tonight as well.
What they want in return?
Our coterie knows how to start fights and end fights. If they have a fight they need assistance with, we help them. I'll take the blame for this one.
Sure.
Hmm?
Tangential, but sure.
I'm sure if it's something that they feel urgent enough to call us, considering our kind of status and reputation, it's something that'll probably end up threatening our domain or other domains in time.
It'll hit our domain before it hits almost anybody else.
Unless it comes from another direction, but yeah.
Unless it's lupine, I guess.
Unless it's lupine.
oh yeah, they haven't shown up this campaign yet, have they?
Nope. We're only 20 episodes in.
That's fair. That's fair.
We've been dealing with other stuff. We're going in reverse order.
Walter, you get a phone call.
You can have a brouhaha to snap
Okay.
one's whole ribcage in.
Not yet.
Is that number Sammy used earlier?
Since he recognizes the number, he'll answer.
Hey, Walter. I just wanted to make sure you got my message from earlier.
Yes, I did. I've also found your location. I was gathering up my colleagues to come your way.
Okay, I've got a little bit of movement.
You do. All right. Had they spotted you?
No. I'm in that house I sent you the address to.
Okay.
The owners are napping.
Good. I'm glad to know that they're getting plenty of rest. On that note, all right. As I said, I'm gathering up my colleagues. I do believe we might even be able to get a little extra assistance. Maybe, I don't know. But
It's already making phone calls.
but if we can, we're going to be there as soon as we can. So just stay safe.
All right. Okay.
Don't be a hero, Sammy.
Be a hero. See what happens. Specifically not a supers campaign.
Look around and find it.
We need to play a Supers campaign at some point.
I'd be down.
All right. So, are you three just going to wait for Kyle to finish moving?
Quick text to Kyle. We're possibly moving. Quick movement. Just put we're going to be moving movement and assume that he can figure that out. And then also call Clint and August and maybe Maddock.
Has Walter given us the location that he wanted to do? Like that, what's his name had?
He did not send that out over the text, the initial
Sure,
text. But you're in the room with him now, so it's up to
Yeah.
him.
Walter, where are we going?
It's like, oh, right, of course, and he'll rattle off the address.
I'll give Kyle the Googled like coordinates.
Yeah, he'll
Probably get
leave
there
the
first.
dog inside, lock the door, and he'll be heading that way.
You're not gonna take the attack dog to a fight.
The dog Kool-Aid Man's through the door.
Well, that's the thing when reading through the Bon Familis is it specifically says the dog will not attack things it would not normally attack. And would a dog go up and attack a massive pack of people on its own?
If they were attacking its owner, maybe.
Yeah, but he's fond of this dog, so dog is staying here.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
He will-
Though it seemed excited to explore the house when he first got there. And you managed to unload at least one truckload of stuff into there.
Yeah, and he'll basically say guard. Tell it to guard the property.
Starts doing high steps.
Just doing like patrol around the perimeter. Got a little hat.
I had a buddy whose Rottweiler, if he let it sleep inside, he said he'd sleep next to the bed, and every now and then he'd get up and just go check every room in the house that the door was open to.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd come back and stick his nose in my buddy's face to make sure my buddy was breathing. And he knows that's what he's doing because he held his breath one time and the dog went ballistic.
That is a very good boy.
That is indeed a very good boy, but that's also
Extremely
a
good
terrible.
boy.
That's a terrible thing to do.
But all right, so y'all are loading up.
Yeah. Any response from the three she called?
Yes, Sheila responds immediately. She's apparently the phone person. That was quick, but she's been appraised of the situation. They have some people ready to go.
Fantastic. We'll get you there. And just pretty much does the same kind of song and dance with the other two.
Okay.
Here's the location. Here's what's happening in the most non-masquerade breaching way possible. Hey, the party's going on over here. Did you want to meet up here?
August regrets that he can't make it, or whoever's responded to the text, Mr. August regrets that he cannot make it. But the gentleman that helped you at the party, helped you with the other, the last party, they're on their way. Should they meet you at the bar, or?
She'll do a pin drop might be too obvious. They can meet us at the bar and follow us to the location, absolutely. We'll be leaving, and she'll put within the next couple minutes. We'll be heading, she'll put the road they're heading out on. If you want to just catch up with us that way.
They are headed that direction. Maddox, did you choose? You talked about maybe contacting Maddox. Do you contact Maddox?
Yeah, sure, why not? He got lippy and wanted to kind of muscle up to the bars. Let's go. If he doesn't respond, she'll be like, some of August's folks are coming to the party too, kind of just to be like, yeah, they're showing up.
Close to a manipulation roll.
She kind of gets the feeling those two are a little bit, if not like friendly competitive. So.
Might be friendly competitive, might just be competitive. Yeah.
Either way, it could work in her favor.
I ship it.
You get a response back from whoever handles his phones. Well, this is sudden, and it may be a little bit before they can get a group of people together. But they will have somebody heading that way, They just might be fashionably late.
an entrance is always a good thing. We look forward to seeing him there.
A minute later, there's another text. Mr. Maddox wanted to know if you had informed your cousin.
She's really trying to keep like Harmony out of this, but she's like, I can give my cousin a call and see if she wants to come, but I'm not sure if she is in town right now.
And you get back. Oh, never mind. Mr. Maddox has already contacted her himself.
She's looking at the phone like, okay.
That's worse. You get how that's worse, right?
Yeah, she's like, me and Harmony are gonna talk about this later because she has nothing fun going on in her life. She needs gossip. Well, nothing fun that isn't like tearing apart like the very fabric of her sanity.
It's a game of personal horror.
Thinks about it's a game of personal horror. Egidio thinks about the grenade launcher that's still underneath his bed.
I like how you literally go personal horror. Oh yeah, we have this grenade launcher. It's just.
Yep. He's not using it.
He doesn't know. He probably he barely knows how to use it.
He's got 3 in firearms. It's probably enough to use a classified weapon.
Looking up YouTube videos, how to use a grenade launcher. That totally won't bring the NSA and the Inquisition down on me.
Why I'm not looking it up myself, because that'll happen in real life too.
Just look up a lot of weird stuff. Pretend you're an author.
I already look up a lot of weird stuff. I'm a DM.
Which is sort of an author.
Yeah.
It's an interactive author.
My favorite Google search was how much silver does it take to make a bullet?
I assure you, that does not even ping on anybody's radar.
Yeah, we're in America. You're in Texas. You're fine.
Yeah, fair.
They're looking at the weirdos that haven't searched for that at some point.
Fine, I'll upgrade it to platinum next time.
Just let the others know. Well, we have a whole party, so this should be interesting. Somehow Maddox knows Harmony.
You already knew that. You remember you had questioned the first little meeting you had with Maddox and.
Like it has her on speed dial, kind of knows.
Oh, okay.
Knows her.
Maybe biblically, we don't know.
They're not that old. Oh wait, never mind.
Wrong kind of biblically.
But trying to remember if y'all. Yeah, I don't know for sure where her haven is.
Yeah, she hasn't said anything.
But the address associated with her car is in Maddox's domain.
Fair enough.
Just sending the old Six Flags gif of the old man at the bus.
But all right. So is Kyle gonna meet y'all at Sammy's address or?
Yeah, Kyle already left. He's on his way.
Okay.
That's where the coordinates going.
Mm-hmm. That's where he was told the party's at, and that's where he's bringing the party.
All right. So you run down, Old Moulton Road. It's the same road y'all had that car chase on. So you drive past the Sherwood Oaks domain.
Is that where I sideswiped that car on my bike?
I'm gonna miss that bike.
Yeah. But hey, if he gets the sale, then that's resources 3.
That would probably selling a motorcycle would be like a temporary bump at best. But the rest of y'all load up and move out. Kyle, you're the first one out of the group that gets the address.
Emma would have sent it there's other people meeting us at the party, just so he doesn't wonder where all these people are coming from.
Yeah, he's gonna park a good distance away, and he's gonna wait until he sees the other party goers start showing up.
Okay. So, like I said, you head down Old Moulton Road. You get out into the county. You get off on a side road. It's a really hilly patch. The house address is up on the hill a little bit.
Yeah.
And from where you're at, you can see what is probably the. It's like like just a white metal building.
Yeah. What he's going to do is, since he never got it out of his truck, he's gonna reach back for that rifle, unscrew the scope, and just use the scope as binoculars.
All right, give me a wits awareness.
Me, the player. I'm glad I forgot to get that out of the truck.
I'd like to thank Forgetful Me for.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'd like to thank past me stupidity for current me's intelligence.
No kidding. 3.
Okay. You're looking out at the building. It's there's like the building has got like one security light out in the little gravel parking area. The building is fairly overgrown, or the area around the building. So you don't, so it looks like it's not in current use, which matches up with what Sammy had told you. You see one or two people standing around outside, like leaned up against the. They're not like standing out super obvious.
Yeah.
But it really strikes you as people on watch. It really reminds you of your old gang days.
Yeah. He'll send a text to his group, say, so I see some bouncers at the door. We might want to be prepared for that.
Now, does this group text just include your other barons? Because you would have the number for August's people.
Yeah, if he's aware that they're all coming, then he'll include them.
You're aware that somebody's coming, and you knew,
Yeah, did anyone tell him who was coming, though?
Oh, it'd be fun if you actually sent that text out to the Baali. What is he talking about? But I think Emma is the contact point with him.
She's like, maybe not too many favors from the Banahuki.
Yeah. But he knows August's folks, so he's gonna include them and the and his barons.
Okay.
As I say, hey, I see some bouncers outside.
Well, at least knows the right building.
And another thing, Kyle, you would know the address of where Sammy's at. Some of those bouncers would probably see if a bunch of vehicles started pulling up into that house all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Parking's full. Park somewhere else.
Yeah, get out of my head. I know
Been gaming for too many years.
I know it's roomy in there, and there's not a lot to keep anyone entertained with, but out of my head.
Little ball against the wall.
Basically. But yeah, basically as we said, and parking seems to be limited, so I'd find some alternative routes.
Through the wall.
Oh yeah! Dukes of Hazzard this car right through the wall.
That's when you bring your own bus.
When in Bama do as the Bamas do.
Understood. I'll pass that on to the other folks coming with us, and she will do so.
Okay.
Downtown parking's always the worst.
If they ask why, Kyle's on site doing Kyle things.
So, yeah. Quick little search on your phone, and you find a gas station like just down the road that should be closed, but would have plenty of room for parking, and is not too far a walk.
Fantastic.
But like the wooded hill that house is on. Think of it as like down on another street, kind of on the opposite, around. Not that the hill has a corner, but kind of around the hill a little bit, so out of sight. Though you could walk through a little bit of woods to get to the house Sammy's in.
Probably send someone that can obfuscate in there first.
Real good at hiding.
Someone very sneaky.
Egidio, go.
Like a Pokeball.
Having flashbacks to the first Pathfinder game my brother joined me in. He had a gizmo that related miniature. He was playing a ranger. He could miniaturize. He had a collar that would cast reduced size on one of his animals. He did, and he did throw it at somebody one time and then deactivate mid-fly.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, the bear didn't survive the first adventure.
Yeah. That.
The dire weasel hung on there like a champ until one of the other players killed it by accident. Oh, that's right. All the players are good, but the weasel's neutral, so he will take half damage. Oh.
Those are, chaotic neutral.
By nature. Egidio activates all his hidey shit and then goes hiding. Or goes the long way around.
Alright.
Please
So-
hold.
So yeah, y'all pull up there. So Egidio's going all shadowy.
Yep.
And I got a 10 on the hunger die for my rouse, so no, I ain't getting hungrier, but after I am stealthing like a champ.
Alright, so both of y'all are advancing to I'm just gonna call it Sammy's house for a moment.
Yep. I got 5 successes on my hide.
Okay.
And I'm just standing there awkwardly like, I can't hide for shit.
Well, you're waiting in the parking lot to organize people.
Yeah.
You're the party planner.
Yeah, we're getting an event center since they are party planning individuals.
Alright, so Walter and Egidio, you creep up to the house. No lights are on inside. Well, it's got like a security light in the backyard.
And as I come in, I will activate Sentient Team.
Okay. Oh, you don't see anybody standing around. I mean, other than maybe Walter, but that would, technically, I would have to roll off, but let's not bother with it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
The back door of the house is damaged. It's pushed too. It's not noticeable really at a distance, but somebody clearly kicked in the back door.
I will also look for the unconscious neighbors or unconscious tenants.
All right, give me a wits awareness. Also, give me a stealth as you go in.
Another one?
You know what? We'll just use that previous. What was the previous successes?
5.
Also,
I have for this with awareness roll.
to my fellow sweet tea lovers, I decided to go for the good stuff.
Not a sponsor.
Milo's.
Hashtag not a sponsor. 2 successes.
No, not a sponsor, but it's the purple one, so it's the extra sweet.
Ah, diabetes.
It reminds me of my aunt's sweet tea, because she can make your teeth sweat.
So yeah, you creep in there. You're looking around. You can smell a little bit of blood.
I'm at hunger 1, so good now.
You find a woman's body in the kitchen.
Deceased?
Yes. And decapitated.
Alright. The only person?
No, there are 2 people in the living room. A man, also deceased, and decapitated. And Sammy, who's got a pair of binoculars and is looking through the window. You know, towards the direction of that other building.
Like facing away?
Yeah. It's like big living room window. He's sitting there with binoculars with the curtain just pulled enough that he can peek out.
Sammy, you know you don't have to kill them, right?
He gives a jump and spins around. Mr. Luna?
Yeah?
Because you know you're cloaked in shadow. He still hadn't seen you.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I didn't want him getting back up.
There may be, I will admit, as effective, but there may be further questions raised from more deceased people. Not that I have a moral leg to stand on.
Oh, no, I didn't kill him. I just, and he makes kind of a chopping motion to make sure they didn't get up.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry, I get the misunderstanding now. No.
How very Catholic of you.
That's a Catholic thing?
Might have been once upon a time.
Huh.
And he'll like just casually walk out of the shadows and just be like, "What'd you see?"
Maybe it's just nerves. That really reminds me of a joke. What do you call a wandering nun?
Do you call a wandering nun?
A Roman Catholic.
Ha ha ha!
He laughed a little more.
It's been a nice game.
He laughed a little more than that joke warrants. You don't know if it's just he's one of the people that laughs at his own jokes, or if it's just nerves.
Egidio will politely laugh and then just kind of like point back towards the window where he was and like, "What's the situation?"
They've got some people out watching. They haven't moved the bus. I've seen a few people trail out.
Might be using this as their base of operations. Interesting.
Yeah, or a safe house or something. I don't know.
Would be
I figured since they already fed here last night, or something, somebody did. I assume this would be a safe place to stay since they know it's empty.
They think it's empty. Well played. Is there an upstairs?
No, this is a one-story house. It's like you've got the living room, kitchen over on one side, and like probably the bedrooms on the opposite side of the house.
I'm sure my associate's around here somewhere, rooting around.
Walter, what have you been doing as you walked in?
Well, after remembering what Sammy had told him about the tenants, he figured, Judy will figure it out in a moment, and he just kind of looks around, see if there's any other thing useful in the house before kind of doing like Sammy and trying to investigate out there, see if he can see anything different.
Okay, you poke around the house. This was an older couple. not super old, but probably retired. Glancing in their closets, a fair amount of camping equipment. They were clearly outdoorsy. There's a hunting rifle and a shotgun in one of the closets. Not in a gun safe or anything.
Of course not. We're in Alabama.
Gun safes exist. But
Woefully underutilized.
this is probably true. But,
You're muted, but I know what you said.
Yeah, I've also seen it,
Yes, I know you have.
but Walter kind of noticed the weapons and think to himself, might be useful. Just kind of, if they have straps, he'll just kind of throw it over his shoulder.
Okay. The hunting rifle does. The shotgun does not.
They won't be needing this anymore.
Basically.
Is this like
Or-
Left 4 Dead rules where that you just get a stack of ammo with it?
No, but you poke around, he can find some ammo in a drawer.
There's a lot of health potions here too. Oh shit, this is boss level.
It's like, oh crap, it's that safe zone before the boss fight. Crap.
Why is the battle music going on? Why
Why
is
is
it in Latin?
No, we don't game with each other too much. No.
What are video games?
Really?
I ain't got time for video games.
But looking around, you're pretty sure
Stuff.
the two deceased bodies are the only people in this house. Yeah, you've got some family photos of clearly they have some adult children, some grandkids, that sort of thing.
Grandkids that never visit.
Well, not anymore.
Or they just got done visiting. They just went camping and everything. You know, because they were out of school because of all the COVID stuff. And
I'll make Egidio makes a mental note to, at the very least, hide these bodies at some point. Not right now, priorities, but at some point. Well, I mean, on 2 successes, does he at least hear Walter rooting around? He's not gonna make a concerted effort, but if he hears like the sound,
You probably hear some of the closet doors opening and shutting in some of the drawers.
the sound of a Dorito searching the place.
Walter wouldn't make much noise, but he's not going to be completely silent doing this.
I wouldn't imagine he would be.
And then I'll just be like, I'll just tell Sammy, like, you've done a pretty good job here. Well done.
Well, I was just keeping an eye on stuff, as it was going on. Try not to get involved, but when I saw the bus, it seemed easy enough to grab on.
These folk are demon worshippers. Egidio corrects himself as he says that. Demon worshippers. So, extreme prejudice and all that.
Yeah, they seem like some nasty work.
And as I look at poke my eyes out and look, do the bouncers look more or less wide-eyed than the other fledglings that we've seen so far?
Sammy hands you the binoculars when you go take a peek.
Yep.
Give me wits awareness.
Yeah. 5 dice.
Or would this one be wits inside? Let me see.
4 successes. If it's insight, I have more dice for that. So. Oh no, I have the exact same amount of dice.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter.
Either way, it's 4 successes.
They don't strike you as dressing like normal people in that neighborhood probably dressed. I mean, that's generalizing, of course,
Sure.
but like a lot of the like fresh people you were dealing with, some of them were in pajamas, real casual clothes because they were either getting ready for bed or just laying or just sitting around the house. Where these guys are a little more stylish, they've got a little more of the punk goth vibe going on.
Oh, great.
They look a little bit more like vampire, Vampire the Masquerade characters.
Vampire the Masquerade characters.
You know that look.
Yep.
It's not the real world; it's a goth punk world.
Looks like they should
One of them's. You're pretty sure one of them's in black leather pants.
Yep.
Ah, Lost Boys.
Yep.
So, shot in the dark. No, these are probably not the fresh recruits.
Egidio will text the group chat like, I think we got some vets out there, so keep an eye out.
And back at the gas station, August people have arrived. Baron Robbins has shown up. Shelley is not with him. Calvin is with him, and then some other folks that you don't know. He brought 2 or 3 extras.
Matic is sending some folks, but they'll be a little late to arrive, so we'll hope they can find the party, as it were. But from everything that I've gotten back from the others, there are people outside the building that look a little bit more experienced than others, so we may have more than just the fledglings here.
Robbins, I assume it was mostly the fledglings that you fought
Yes.
on the outskirts of your domain then.
Yes. They did apparently take a bus of fledglings, but I don't think as far as I'm aware, we didn't take out any of the larger or more experienced ones. What we do know is that they can use fire or a facsimile thereof, so do be aware of that.
Yeah, all the stories of the Baali talk about that.
I don't know if it will come up here, but one of them was able to summon something. We don't know what it does, but it is exceedingly tough. It took a gunshot to the leg and just kept right going.
You see some of the kindred present kind of just shrug at that. Huh?
An incendiary round gunshot. So let's.
So it does not. It likely does not have the same weaknesses that we have.
Yeah, whole new set of weaknesses to learn on the fly.
Yeah, that sounds lovely.
While we're speaking on it, Egidio would have brought the big flashlight.
Oh, yes, the big mag light.
Came in from Amazon.
The big mag light came out from Amazon, so he just has it like holstered on his side.
Once you kill them, if possible, immediately decapitate them. If not, make sure they will stay down until they are decapitated. Any questions?
A couple of August men, ask exactly where they're at. Some of them are like pulling up on their phone.
She'll just kind of point over that hill there, and 2 of the other barons are over there in reconnaissance. One of our own clung to the bottom of a bus and followed it here. So
Industrious.
Steel. Yes. I will admit I had my doubts about them, but they've proven an asset.
Who are they so we know not to...
It's Sammy Hizanos.
Correct.
So yeah, please don't shoot Sammy. I would really hate to explain that to him.
Like gun violence to Sammy.
Well, no, explain to him why, hey, the guys on our side shot you. curse wasn't quite as hard on him as some of the others, but he is. Yes, he's an us.
No, they kind of nod.
And she'll just kind of nod and be like, I guess I'll lead the way over the hill, or we just kind of move that way.
Are we going to charge? Robin's like, are we just going to charge the building? Do you want some of us to circle around?
Would we have planned this on the way there, like if we want to do a pincher on it?
I don't know, did you? There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm asking the other two that were in the car.
Heist rules where you just do a flashback sequence.
Flashback. Okay, here's how we're gonna do it. Spread the map out on the table.
That's fair. I'm doing that with my superhero game. Well, they're playing villains right now.
But no, Gideon would have been like, I mean, I can get to where Sammy is quietly.
Okay, how about the rest of us? Do we want to charge at a certain point, or do we want to try and sneak in the back, some of us, and the rest of us charge the front?
Probably find a spot that's not super, like, that has less coverage than others. Hit that first.
Stealth entry?
It doesn't have to be stealth entry. It just has to catch them with their pants down.
Robbins is like, who all do we have that is stealthy? I can move unnoticed pretty well. He starts looking around. And, you know, in August's men, there's one Nos in August's crew. He was not there the night before, but yeah.
The two that can move fairly quietly are already up in the area. Sammy found a building to lay low in, and she kind of describes where it is. Probably go in the back, though, because the front is facing the building. And she'll send a Gidio and Walter a text that, hey, some of the other folks from the party are going to come find you.
Oh, lovely.
So pretty much Robbins and his entire crew start heading up the hill to the house. The Nos from August's group follows along with him.
The rest of us will find Kyle and try and enter us.
Hammer.
Not quietly, but in a spot they might not expect it.
As the Gidio's looking through, would he be able to use those 4 successes to be like, that spot's where there's less coverage with that perception check?
Oh, sure. Now, you know, the road runs by the front of this place.
So if you go from off-road, it might pose a better chance.
Of approaching unseen, yes.
I will describe. I'll describe as much to the group chat and be like, if you hit from this side, you have a better chance of catching them by surprise.
You know, there's the building. You know, parking around the building. A little bit of space back behind the building, and then it's a fence and like some pasture. You know, some woods. There's 2 or 3 other houses in the immediate neighborhood.
Pretty cool.
At least a couple of them still have their lights on.
And I'll also one final message as I'm doing that scouting is like, mind the voyeurs.
And you hear some people coming in the back door by that point, GDM.
Gidio will still go for his gun and then, like, just, hand on it, just trust but verify.
Good trigger discipline. Fingers not on the trigger, just next to the trigger.
Yep, just like this.
Robin steps into the living room.
Howdy.
Gidio?
You're right.
Go in there.
Say, he goes, howdy. That's what y'all say, right?
Some people, yes.
It's a good lookout spot, but there's not a whole lot we can do from here. And he'll point, like, with the window screened so that he's not being obviously pointing out and whatever. But he'll point generally and be like, "So over there is probably your best bet of stealthy entry. Honestly, if you just take the hammer that way and bash that way, you'll catch people by surprise. And then people can take quieter people can take a more direct approach. But it looks like you are the quiet bunch. Welcome."
He goes, he's, where you're pointing. He says, "Yeah, we'll circle through the woods here and move around. We'll drop you a text when we're in position, and then you can either give us a signal to move on in, or if you want us to move in after you've kind of approached it from the front."
How many houses on the road had like their lights lit up or like near this to where they could possibly hear something?
There are 3 houses close enough. I mean, if you fire a gun out here, people are going to hear it for a while.
Yeah.
This is out in the county in Alabama. 1 or 2 gunshots, not really going to trigger a response out of anybody.
45, 50 might be an issue.
A gun battle will get some attention.
Oh yeah.
But in my neighborhood, there's nothing to just hear. Somebody around here's got their own little firing range.
There's only like 3 within like the front area that could like poke their heads up and be like, "Oh my god!"
Yes, there's 3. There's 3 close enough by that there are issues you'd worry about. 2 of those houses are lit.
Are their front doors facing the thing to where the like guards are watching those houses?
2 of them are next to each other, just further down the road from the building.
Okay.
One of those is lit. One of them isn't. One of them is kind of behind the building. It's a farmhouse that goes with that pasture land that runs back behind. And it's turned at a different angle.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not on the same road. There's pasture, this house, and it's like the road y'all turned off of is where they'd be.
Could she make it to him without getting seen? Basically, she's gonna try. Hey, we're shooting a movie. There's gonna be gunshot noises, but it's part of the movie. We just don't want you to worry.
The farmhouse you could get to without any trouble.
Okay. The other 2, not so much.
Yeah. But the farmhouse is one of the lit houses, so.
They might have the phone number for the other ones, maybe. She'll
be like, "Can you let your neighbor know?"
Oh. Well, she'll send the other up the hill towards where Kyle is. And try and sneak around to the other house. The farmhouse.
Okay.
Hustle in double time, but not enough to draw attention.
Alright, so the rest of the crowd moves up to wherever Kyle was kind of on watch from.
She'll send a note to Kyle so he doesn't shoot them or anything.
And Kyle, you recognize some of these guys, some of August's men from the night before. They're all kind of crouched down, looking around. And Emma, you were going to the farmhouse?
Yeah. Let me see if I can do this without a rouse check real quick. Hold on.
Likely.
Well, I have Cloud Memory, which just, like, poofs X amount of time. I also have Mesmerize, which could be a little bit more effective.
Okay.
Yeah, it requires a rouse check. Why not? Let's roll the dice. Yeehaw. Okay. So she...
Is that a good yeehaw or a bad yeehaw?
It's a bad yeehaw. Luckily, she doesn't have too many powers that require rouse checks, and maybe she can get a sneaky snack while she's here. Not at the farmhouse, but you know.
Or maybe.
Or maybe. She'll, knock on the door.
There are a lot of cows in the pasture, just saying.
Would she be that desperate, though? Yeah, no, I'll roll that dice when I come to it. She will, real quick, just be like, hey,
Yeah, and when you knock on the door, they,
Yeah, she goes through the whole spiel. We're filming a movie over there. We have, fake guns that are going to sound very real because, we're doing a film, but it is fake. Please don't call the cops. It's for a college movie. We're trying to finish our final while we still got some time.
I thought all the colleges had shut down.
They're going.
Is it safe for y'all to be? Is it safe for y'all to be grouped together like that?
Yeah, everyone took a test before we started, and we're only doing it for so long, so we're good.
And he is open.
Lights falling down.
And they have opened the door. He's talking to you basically through the through the glass of the screen door.
Yeah. Are you able to? I know I saw you. There's a couple other folks. Do you have their numbers by chance? I didn't want to wake up the one that didn't have any lights on.
Give me manipulation subterfuge.
Hey, I should put some manipulation.
As you are clearly lying.
Oh, I'm clearly.
Well, you got some manipulation. It's the subterfuge. I don't think you had any.
Yeah, I have nothing in subterfuge.
Oh yeah, this is a baseline borderline after all.
True.
That's what you need.
All hunger dice, baby. It wasn't bestial.
That would have been fun. And completely
and
completely derailed the evening. Oh, that's great, thanks. Through the glass door at him. High or low?
High.
I'll roll it over here so y'all can see whatever it turns out to be. Yes, he does. He does happen to know who his neighbors are.
Hey.
But yeah, he tells you. He bets the house with the lights off is probably Miss Myers. She's getting on up there. She turns in pretty early. The other house at the Miltons, he's sure they're still awake.
Okay. If you happen to see her lights come on, or if she calls you wondering what the noise is, just let her know.
But yeah, he'll call and let him know.
Thank you, sir. And
oh, what about the Paces?
The Paces?
Yeah, they live on the hill there.
I think we spoke to them earlier today when we were scouting out the area. They know
okay.
And we saw it driving by. We're like, that'd be a great place. So it's a little out of the way. So
they're dead as shit.
And remembering that had Walter passed on that Sammy said the other people were taking a nap or something.
I don't know that Walter got that specific.
Walter hadn't passed that on, but Sammy had passed it on to Walter.
Because that's the house they're all meeting up in. She doesn't know that they're dead, but she has a strong suspicion.
Makes sense.
She's gonna cloud memory on that last bit about the Paces.
Don't think about the Paces. The Paces never came up.
Yeah.
And you see his face blank for just a second, and then
Paces went out of town.
And he just stops worrying about the Paces. But okay, I'll let you know. I mean, I'll let them know.
And takes the tries to be fairly I'm not trying to sneak around until she's out of eyesight of the front porch, and then she's sneaking back to the rest of the group.
All right, ready?
Don't be suspicious, don't be.
Why is she humming her own theme song?
Coterie theme song.
All right, so you get back to the gas station, or you go to the gas station over where Kyle and the rest of the group is.
If she can get to however which way she has to go to get back to where the rest of the group is.
Okay. All right, so you meet up with Kyle and that bunch of guys. Gio and Walter. Robbins has taken off with his group. You know, to do that circle around they were talking about. What are you two doing? And I guess by extension, Sammy.
I still don't know that Walter has a shotgun and a rifle. And so, as they leave, I'll kind of like look around and be like, Walter, I heard you rooting around. Did you see anything?
Why, yes, I've acquired some new toys.
Oh, have you now?
He'll take the rifle off his shoulder and present it to Egidio, and then have the shotgun kind of had the barrel pointed downward, just like, 2 new toys. Maybe y'all can do something with it.
Oh, you're the ambush predator.
Yes, but I specialize more in hand-to-hand. Hey, buddy looks at the shotgun a little bit, and he's like, but this one will definitely send a message when I get point blank.
You can also use it as a club if you really want to.
He gets that angler grin, like, I like how you think, Egidio.
But perhaps, and he'll look over at Sammy like, tell me, how good are you with the gun? I mean, we're in Alabama, so I'm assuming at least baseline.
Oh yeah, I used to do some hunting when I was younger.
You gonna take that one on loan? Like,
Sure, if they, I can handle either one of them.
I'll take the rifle.
Okay, he takes the shotgun. He checks it.
Kind of check the action and stuff.
You know, if you give him the shell, he starts sticking shells in his pocket.
Yep. Just like kind of, Egidio very quickly goes through the mechanics of like firing a rifle he's never fired before. He's like, got it.
Yeah, you check for safety. Yeah, all that jazz.
And then he will also text that the group that his party group circled around and is gonna wait for a signal to kick things off.
Okie dokie.
I get a strong suspicion that Kyle is the signal.
Emma running up, like, if she still breathes, she'd be painted like, okay, took care of the humans. They think we're filming a movie or something.
What
Play Avengers music in the
kind of
background.
movie?
Action. Lots of bullets. Don't call the police.
The fun kind.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, just some kind of summer popcorn movie.
All of you get a text from Robbins. We're in position.
well then.
And Egidio, you know that they're waiting for you to either tell them to start sneaking in or to wait for y'all to make noise and then move in.
That's what I sent the Barons.
Okay.
What hunger are you at?
I just went from 1 to 4.
Okay.
As I failed all 3 of those rouse checks.
It's gonna be a great night, guys. It's gonna be great.
So how hungry does he have to be to start looking at Emma like a chicken nugget?
1 second, I'm double checking that.
4.
I think it is 4.
It is.
Now, that only going to trigger if she uses her ability and,
If she uses a power, yeah.
her third eye starts leaking.
Yep. But if he snacks on somebody, he can at least bring it down to 3.
Oh, but she used her power earlier on the old man, didn't she?
She wasn't over here, though, when she used it.
She wasn't near Kyle.
Yeah.
But
Oh, so you're saying she was sneaking over, she was cleaning up. Gotcha.
It specifically says it triggers if she uses a discipline power that requires a rouse check.
Okay.
Alrighty then. On that note, well, can you use a willpower to reroll rouse dice? I don't think you can.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Alrighty. But yeah, he's now hungry as a low growl starts to thunder out of his chest.
What? August August's lieutenant, I guess we'll call him. The guy in charge of August's men. He looks over at you. Are you all right, Mr. Adams?
He's fine.
He looks doubtful, but doesn't question anymore.
Hunky.
Hopefully better after all this is taken care of.
I need a bite to eat. And he's
3 steps back.
no, he's just he's going. He was gonna try to be a little bit more tactical, but he's now at hunger 4, so he's like, I need food and I need it now.
Need a Snickers bar.
But what was it called? Keep getting tough. Yeah, resilience is the passive. Toughness is the one that requires rouse. So toughness, feral weapons, and prowess are all active.
Okay. All right, so y'all are this is just a frontal charge.
Kyle is now. Yeah, he's hunger 4. He needs food. Yes, this is a frontal charge.
Sees a wild man just run across the way. He's like, all right, you're good. I just text the Selters. All right, you're good to go.
Sammy's sitting there watching as he runs by. I take it that's our signal to go.
Yes, it is. And he'll get the rifle ready.
And exactly where we are positioning yourself.
So as they come out, it's just gonna be like the second wave.
Okay, so y'all are just coming out behind the. Okay.
I'm letting all the beef go in first, and I'll come in from behind.
Before they charge, Emma would send something to Maddox and be like, hey, parking's a little tight. Make sure to park a bit of ways. I'm sure he'll be able to find us.
They give you an ETA of like 4 minutes.
Fantastic. That's
Might
what
not
we're
even
gonna
need it.
No.
Or maybe in
We'll
desperate
bust.
need of it.
Yeah.
And then as Kyle was like charging, Egidio will line up his first shot. He's gonna wait until Kyle makes contact because he knows when Kyle looks hungry.
Yeah, I'll say for flavor, his eyes of the beast are active.
Okay.
He's like going on wars.
Not quite that feral, but
We getting there.
yeah, if he has to make another rouse check and hits 5.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
I know once Walter had passed the weapons, he would have gone back to obfuscating, just like, welp, and been charging behind, but just unseen.
Okay. Alrighty.
And I can't stress this enough. Aw.
Yeah.
Alright, well, they see
die-
Kyle coming.
I'll say at this point, the dice have spoken.
The dice are like, let's go. Let's wrap this up. Come on.
Basically, yeah.
No plan survives contact with the dice.
No, they really don't. I was figuring, maybe I'll like fail 1 or 2. I'd be okay with that. Nope, failed all 3. It's like, well, this is my life now.
We're succeeding on so many hunger rouses.
That's true. Yeah. That is true.
Alright. So they see you coming.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them pull out guns and start shooting at you.
Okay.
targeting fire on those people with firearms.
Okay.
Alright, what roll am I making for this? Provided they live long enough past.
Well, you know, you're running up at him. They're shooting at range, so you know.
Yeah.
No,
I'm saying like provided they survive a GDO.
Oh, gotcha.
We'll see. Well, I'm using the rifle, so I don't have incendiary rounds for it yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I love that key term of yet.
Let me roll my.
Okay.
4, 2, cool.
All right. So GDO's rolling to shoot one.
Yep.
I'm gonna make his roll to shoot Kyle. And you know, whoever rolls better will be the action that goes first.
I rolled 4 successes with fire.
Okay, he rolled 2, so you beat him by 2. However, he's not trying to dodge. He wasn't paying any attention to the back rank. So that's 4 successes. I'm going to knock 1 off for you basically shooting on the move.
Yep.
So that's 3. How much damage does your weapon do?
I just picked it up.
Oh, that's right.
The rifle is +3.
Okay, so 6 total.
So that's 6 total. It's regular ammo though. So 6 halved.
Hey,
So
it's enough to get him to stop firing for that split second for Kyle. I'll take it.
Okay, so.
And as the GDO's like firing and moving, he's gonna look for a spot where he can like perform suppressing fire.
Okay. Alright, and Kyle needs to give me Dex Athletics.
So the entirety of my hunger dice.
Sure. Go for a crit.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
No crits.
You're good then?
Okay. Am I on him?
No, not yet.
Okay, fair.
Because you don't have celerity, right?
I do not know.
Okay.
But 2 others.
Yeah, but they're following your lead.
Fair enough.
There was a split second, stunned moment of, is he charging them? Oh, he's charging them.
Yep. All right, so that's two shots.
Mm-hmm.
Emma, what are you doing?
She's not charging to the front lines because she's not a melee. She is going to take a shot at...
I think she also knows what a hungry Kyle looks like.
Yeah, no, she's like, I'm not getting involved in this. She's going to take shots at... You said there were how many shooting immediately?
There were 2 that had guns.
If she sees the first one, you know, kind of rock from a shot, she'll hit the other one.
Okay. Give me that roll, and he was also shooting at Kyle. Both the guys with guns were shooting at, you know, the madman in front.
Mm-hmm. The one with murder mittens at the moment.
Murder mittens.
4, and she's using the butt kick rifle or the butt kick gun and incendiary.
So
Okay.
that's 8. Provided you hit.
Provided she hits.
He's not defending, so.
Yeah, he's not defending.
No one expects us to
He
lose.
might just be dead.
I'm going to knock 1 off because you're using a pistol, right?
Yeah, so she's
Okay.
at far range.
Yeah, I'm going to knock 1 off for or how much is it for ranges? Let me see what they say in the cheat sheets.
Range combat.
Oh yeah, because
Only goes over cover.
Anyway, we'll knock one off for the range. So that is still 7.
Mm-hmm.
7 ag.
So yeah, his head rocks back as you just drill him in the forehead, and he hits the ground.
Wasn't expecting it the first one, but I'll take it and just keeps kind of moving forward, looking for the next target.
Let's see, the other 2 that were standing outside. One of them steps forward. He's like steps past the gun guy. It's like he's bracing up, to go melee.
A willing sacrifice.
Yes, no.
Yes, indeed.
The last remaining guy that you saw actually turns around and is heading for the front door of the building.
Oh, hell no.
It's got a normal front door and a couple of windows that are like painted over. And then on one of the sides had these big, like not loading bay exactly, but big doors that like you could drive a bus into or any kind of equipment.
Better question. The one running inside, is that one Walter can actually get to?
No, y'all are behind. Y'all are in or with behind Kyle.
Okay.
If you do, however, take a shot.
You've taken your shot for this round.
Yeah.
And then make just a general roll for the other crew. Because some of August's men are using guns. So yeah, the guy running for the door, he takes a couple of slugs in the back, but keeps going. Okay, all the stealthy guys are doing their stealthy stuff. All right, next round. Kyle, you still can't get to the shooters, but that guy that's advancing past the shooters, you can come into melee with him.
Sweet, let's go.
He has got a fairly sizable knife out, like a K-bar or something.
All that
Yeah.
knife.
Well, Kyle has 10. Kyle's got 10 knives. What of it? All right.
Say it.
The Baali got 7.
Say it.
I too got 7. However, it is a messy critical.
None of these mentions. We'll be right back.
All right. Normally, I let normally ties go to the player.
I'm gonna spend a willpower to roll 3 of these failed dice.
Okay.
Oh my!
Didn't work, did it?
I just added 2 more crits to that.
But it's already a messy critical, right?
Yeah, it's already a messy critical.
Okay.
So that's that's 1, 2, 3.
One of the things I can do with messy critical though,
Yeah,
is declare the attack a failure or the roll a failure.
yeah.
Now that does not make him suddenly successful. But you go all animalistic, and this guy is clearly a trained knife fighter.
Fair enough.
So he is able to avoid it while, but not being able to inflict any damage on you.
Okay. I'm gonna do a little narrative thing.
Okay.
Since one of my hunger die was also a skull, since that is a failure, I'm going to inflict the gangrel compulsion. on him,
Okay.
so he can really only speak in like single word sentences and mostly growl now.
Okay. So it's not the thing where he physically starts looking bestial.
Right.
In this one, it's his personality is shifting.
Now it's bestial.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull it up. But yeah, since this bastard did show up,
Yep.
I'm gonna inflict his gangrel compulsion.
Oh, that's Well, no, his role was not it. Well,
It was
actually,
a contested roll, and since you did declare it a failure,
yeah, because he wasn't able to hit you either. So he got the skull on his hunger die. What is the Baali compulsion? Oh, that's right. There's his variable.
see if I can find the. Where are the compulsions? There we go. Compulsion. Clan conventions. Yeah, feral impulses. For one scene, the vampire gains a 3 dice penalty to all rolls involving manipulation and intelligence that can only speak in one-word sentences during this time. So, as long as it's cool with you, storyteller, I will willfully take that compulsion.
Works for me.
All right. So yeah, he's just snarling and maw of teeth fully out.
His compulsion is going to trigger uh, perfectionism. His pride is getting the better of him.
He has to hit next, or it's gonna be bad.
Well, he's rolling at a -2 dice penalty until he gets a critical success.
That's rough, buddy.
Or the scene ends, but yeah.
Yeah.
Or his life ends.
Oh, it does say reduce the penalty to 1 die for a repeated action and remove it entirely on a second repeat.
So as long as he keeps fighting you, it'll be 2, next round 1, and then he'll be back to normal. As long as he's still trying to slice and dice with you.
Mm-hmm. Provided he lives that long, but yes.
Provided he lives that long. All right.
Did the straggler manage to get inside the house?
Building? He has the door open. He has not stepped through. Everybody will get one more shot at him. Let's see. Was that everybody? Walter, did you go?
Not technically because
we just started the next round.
Yeah, we just started the next round. So unless you declare who I am close,
Oh, that's right.
Actually get at too.
I'm sorry, I had forgotten that was Kyle's thing was the beginning of the next round. So yeah, Walter, you can be like right behind Kyle. So you want to engage with his knife fight or carry on heading towards the building?
He's gonna keep heading towards the building because he was more concerned about the one trying to run off.
Okay.
I roll 4 successes for a shot on the one that tried to run off.
3 successes.
Oh, poor guy.
Alright. Yeah.
I don't know if she's still at too far a distance with the pistol, but I'll leave it.
I'd imagine trying to get anywhere near Kine. Well, he's just a mess of fangs and claws.
Yeah.
There's a reason why in D&D you need 5 feet of space between each other.
Sometimes the barbarian got a rage.
As Fix to say, Walter doesn't feel like having a feral claw stabbed into his gut because he happened to be in the wrong spot.
There is a reason why in the book where it does say you absolutely need to fear a gangrel when their more animalistic tendencies rise.
Oh, he is aware. Hence why he's blatantly running past you.
I
It's
am
like, have a good time. Bye.
very annoyed with myself.
There's no
I
reason
had
to be there,
the
Jason.
well, when I went to look for the clan compulsions, I flipped almost straight to it, and then I shut the book, and then my next roll they critical failed again, or the
Alright.
next one critical failed.
Well, I have it up. If you want to roll a dice, I can tell you what the clan compulsion is that you picked.
Just tell me what page it's on if you got the page number.
210.
Okay,
At least according to the PDF, it's 210.
that should get me in the neighborhood. All right. So he's getting shot in the back. Delusion is what's going to kick in for him. I'm not sure which of the seven deadly sins that would factor into. So a lot of times that's kind of how it's portrayed. Hate to tap pride again, but that's probably what it's going to be. So he starts. No, it's more the way he's screaming. He clearly thinks that y'all are out to get him specifically.
As two bullets go looping his way, not wrong.
So it's more, delusional, overthinking his own importance. But
4 plus 3 is 7.
But yeah, it's probably not going to even matter now that I think about it, because
Yep.
that was on a GDO shot, which is with a regular rifle, and he got one success on the dice, but contested roll you trumped him. So how many successes did you get again?
Didn't you get
Emma?
No, a GDO.
GDO.
Oh,
Didn't you get 4?
Yes.
All right, so that's 3. The rifle is plus 3.
Yep.
All right, so that's 6. Half. Yeah. I'll call him the runner. And then Emma, what did you get?
3 on the dice plus 3. Well, 3 or 4 because of incendiary.
Okay, but you got 3 successes on the dice.
3 successes on the dice. Yes.
All right, so -1, so you beat him by 2.
Plus, you're using a big boy gun, or big girl gun technically, so plus 4.
That'd be 6.
All right, so that's 6, but that's aggravated because you're using
So
incendiary, right?
Yes, they are. So it's not half, so.
So yes, he has just enough time to think they're coming to get me, and then.
And then it all
You
fades
get him.
to black.
Shot, upper back. Emma, with your medical knowledge, you're pretty sure you'd have gotten him in the heart, assuming the spine didn't get in the way. And he just kind of falls forward into the building. Let's see, Walter, you're running past Kyle.
Carl,
That guy's
that
named
kills
Carl.
people.
That's the plan.
You hear the sounds of fighting behind the building. or opposite side of the building that y'all are on. So that is probably Robin's people engaging whatever sentries they had on that side.
Then he'll probably go to assist at that point.
Yeah, I think this front wave's pretty much been cleared. Yeah.
Now we have one gunman and then the guy.
You have a gunman. You have a knife guy. You've taken out two of the four.
Well, how close is the other gunman? Am I like super opposite of him now, where I have to?
This round you could clock him as you were running by.
Okay.
Or I guess you would be stopping to clock him instead of running by.
Then we'll punch the other gunman, give him a nice little surprise, like, oh, you thought this was the only melee? Surprise! Whack!
All right, so you're coming out of obfuscation to do this?
Unfortunately, because the moment I do something remotely too loud, it's definitely going to do that, and me punching somebody should break obfuscation regardless of what I do.
Yep.
All right, so he is lining up to shoot one of the other shooters. We'll go even odd. Even it's a GDO, odd it's Emma.
Did you like me and roll vampire dice for even or odd?
No, luckily I keep some of my aberrant dice handy. So. All right, so he is shooting at a GDO.
Okay.
So Walter, give you a roll.
Brawl strength.
Yes.
Well, 3 successes. I mean, I could try to re-roll 3 of them. Oh, you know what? Piss. I'll burn on willpower and see if I can get a few more.
Okay.
Roll 3. Yeah,
no.
Oh wait, no, you did 5.
No, none of them were successes. So I'm pretty much right back where I was. That's fine. 3 successes.
But now you're 1 willpower list. Don't get to check it off. All right, so 3 and 3 or 3. He got 3.
Able to defend this?
I'm trying to think how this works. Because with just punching, I don't think there is any damage if you don't actually have more successes. But since tides go to the player, I will say you knock his aim off enough that a GDO doesn't have to. Because you had 3 successes, he had 3 successes, so he's lined up his shot. You kind of come out of nowhere.
Oh,
and he basically ends up kind of half dodging instead of being able to take the shot.
I mean,
So you do no damage, but you potentially save a buddy from taking a shot or taking a hit.
Okay. I just didn't know if lethal body would do anything. I know lethal body pretty much makes me to where mortals truly have to fear me.
I think lethal body only affects mortals.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
However, what it does do is if they're wearing armor, you do bypass.
Oh, that's right. They were wearing like a flak jacket or something.
Yeah, you do bypass amount of armor equal to your potence rating.
Which is 2. So, if nothing else, I'm fine with knowing that I basically turn around just like, haha! Don't hurt him, but hey, at least the shot doesn't have to bug his video.
Like, flies over his head, like...
Alright, so that was him.
Nice guy.
Knife guy. Who is that?
2 dice penalty.
So he's only rolling 5 dice. It'll be 5 dice this round, 6 next round, and back to his 7. Assuming he survives. And with rolls like that, he's probably not going to. He got 2 successes.
I got 6.
Okay, so 6, that drops to 4.
Is there any rule about 2 1s coming up on hunger dice?
Ones only count as like critical failures,
Okay.
and that'd be if the roll overall fails and you have a 1. So
Yeah, I just didn't know if there was a rule if you had 2 of them in the roll.
no, I don't think it makes a difference there.
Okay.
All right, so you beat him by 4.
Mm-hmm.
So that is 4. Do your murder hands give you feral weapons give you extra damage?
Feral weapons allow me to bypass the rule of
Yeah, I know he doesn't have the damage.
Superficial.
Okay, but it doesn't give you any extra damage.
It adds 2 to the damage.
Okay, 2.
Let me double check if it also just outright bypasses armor altogether.
Well, he's not wearing armor, so that doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It's 6. He doesn't have it, so the knife guy takes 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's superficial, so you know.
Yeah.
All right, so you catch him good, and he still hasn't managed to do you any damage, which is frustrating for him.
Yep.
All of August's men, they've seen the state Kyle's in. He seems to be handling himself well. They don't want to get involved.
Yep.
No, that's smart.
They're not sure how he'd respond to kill stealing at this point. One or two of them are even young enough to know what that is. So they're headed for the now open door that you've got a body laying across the threshold that'll keep the door open. Ooh, but one of them catches a fireball to the face that comes arcing out of the door.
Do we all have to make Roystrek rolls?
Ooh, that's
way too far out.
That's pretty bad for that guy too. You're far enough away.
That's right. Yeah, the guy did advance forward to engage.
Yeah.
So I'm not up by the house.
Yeah, they ran past the rest of y'all, and they have not gotten to the door, just close enough to the door that whoever was inside could. But let me roll for August's group. Let's see, and that is a. Oh crap! What is it they roll for frenzy?
I think it's humanity and willpower.
Yeah, let me.
Humanity and willpower rounded down, I think, maybe? I'm not sure.
Frenzy provocations. That's probably going to be helping. You haven't done too much with it.
It's in there somewhere.
Terror frenzy. That's what we're looking for. Being burned. Is it only a 2? That seems a little light.
I think it depends on the.
Oh right, there could be a modifier for that. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see here.
Rolls willpower against a difficulty set by the storyteller. Vampires add dice equal to 1/3 of their humanity rounded down to their willpower pool.
Okay. So 1/3 of the humanity, and then their willpower.
Okay. The vampire resists frenzy on a normal win, but must spend a turn to suppress the impulse. On a critical win, they resist the frenzy without losing a turn.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so I suppose hungry dice still have to go into that. All right. the guy that got hit frenzies. And it's a critical failure at that.
Hell, hell.
So let's see, this was one of the Bruja that came with August's group. His frenzy or his clan compulsion is rebellion. So he's running away scared, and he doesn't care what his orders are. F this, he's out.
Does Emma see this?
Yes.
Could she try the obey or on him?
Sure.
Alright, time to get stupid. It is composure and discipline. We're gonna...
Let's see, and to bring somebody out of frenzy, we had said... I don't think there was a set difficulty for that. Did we jack it up by 2?
I think we jacked it up by 2.
Okay.
Because we were discussing if, when Kyle was in torpor, if he got to Hunger Frenzy 5, to bring him out of it, we jacked it up to a different...
Yeah, because when he popped his ears and ran off, I think you tried this. I don't remember if it was successful or not, but I remember you tried it.
It was.
Alright, so give me a roll on that.
Composure. I'm gonna rouse composure, which I
Okay.
put it at 6, and then discipline of 2. So a total of 8 dice.
Okay.
And thank God we don't get hungrier.
Okay, and how many successes did that require total?
Give me 2 seconds to
Okay,
release
no
it.
problem. Actually, now that I think about it, I've got the companion up. I could be looking myself.
Alright, got 6 total successes.
Okay. Dominate.
How close is she to Kyle?
Close enough.
Okay.
It only works on 1.
No, I'm saying you're nearby, and you're activating one of your powers, and Kyle's at Hunger 4, which means it might trigger a Hunger Frenzy.
All right, where are the blasted dad to go?
Already did it. Can't take it back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now I'm not feeding, so I don't get the Bane severity difficulty, but I do have to roll. Okay, so entities. Alrighty, here we go.
That's right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's just a regular Hunger Frenzy check.
Yes, I'm 1
Okay.
humanity rounded down, so 2. So I'm. What will be my difficulty?
I think it's based on our Bane severity, which...
No, that's only if I'm directly feeding.
All right, let's see.
It's gotta be pasta.
Yeah, I read the Bane. I have to be directly feeding in order to take the additional difficulty for your Bane severity. This is just triggering a Hunger Frenzy in general.
Hunger Frenzy test at difficulty 2 plus Slew Breeze Bane severity. Difficulty 3 plus Bane severity for Banu Akeem.
But it does say that's if they're feeding off the Salubri at that moment. If they drink enough to slake 1 hunger, then they have to make the test or keep feeding.
I think it's just a standard Hunger Frenzy.
Yeah, it says further down, the blood flow from the third eye triggers a Hunger Frenzy test from nearby vampires with Hunger 4 or more.
Okay, so it's just a baseline frenzy.
So baseline frenzy. Alright, so that's... I used 1 willpower already, so that's 4 plus the 2 for my humanity. So 6. What's the DC on the Jason?
I think he's figuring the obey one.
Yeah.
The third eye.
Oh, well, it's right there actually. Sight of open wound or overpowering smell of blood while at Hunger 4 or higher. So difficulty 2.
Okay. 2. You need 2 then.
Which I get 3 successes. So.
Okay.
Woo!
You notice the smell, but you're still focused on your enemy.
There is a.
The beast really wants to feed,
Backing it up.
but the beast also really wants to take down this
Yeah, the beast
competitor.
is focused on his current enemy, but yes.
All right. And how much? And what were your successes on the?
6.
And we said you needed how many?
I honestly do not remember from the Hunger Frenzy one.
All right. All right. Where are the...
I know you jacked it up slightly more than a regular difficulty.
All right, let me find the. There's the dismal powers. All right. This was obey.
Yep, I also linked
Or
it.
Bea, however you say.
In chat.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had the list of cheat sheets up.
That's good.
Alright. Dice pool is composure, all specs. So, composure plus all specs against difficulty 2 to restore a number of superficial willpower damage. Aggravated willpower damage level and 3 successes. Similarly, calms their turbulent emotional state, puts them at ease. So yeah, I think you need 4 successes.
Cool.
So he's no longer frenzied. His clan compulsion still has him going, F it, I'm out.
Get your ass back on the line.
Rebellion, he just gives you the finger and keeps going.
I should have let him just shoot the building.
Alright, so that is. Let's see, Gio and Walter, or Walter took a swing, and Gio shot. Emma just did her thing.
Did I shoot?
Yeah, you did.
I thought that was last round.
That round's still not done.
Yeah.
Yeah, things got hairy when suddenly Fireball and then Dice had to happen.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and Kyle and the that's right, Kyle and the knife guy. That's right. I was covering August and me as kind of the last something, and y'all still hear fighting in the back.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Next round.
I got to stop doing these big combats. This is not really what the game is designed for.
Has it been about 4 minutes?
Yes, it's been 30.
No, I mean for Maddox folks to show up.
No, not really.
Full
So-
time.
Next round.
Yes. I guess we will.
I will shoot the gunman.
Okay.
Just getting rid of ads.
Let me go ahead and roll for the knife guy because Eric's very excited.
I am very excited.
It's back up to 6 dice. 1, 2, 3 successes.
He beat me by 1.
All right. And a knife does +1 damage, I think.
He still only does 1 damage regardless.
Oh yeah, toughness.
Yeah. So even if there's 1 damage. So even if the knife was 2, it would just be.
Yeah, it'd be reduced to 1 already, and then if it still didn't get reduced to
Okay.
by that,
For future reference, the knife does +2. Doesn't matter in this instance. You just take 1 superficial.
yeah, because I reduced superficial by 2 automatically.
Yeah. But you can't reduce
Yeah,
it below.
exact.
Yeah, you can't reduce it below 1 though.
I once again got 4 successes on my shot.
All right, the gunman is trying to get out of the way this time. Well, actually, trying to return fire. 1, 2. He got 4. How many did you get?
4.
Ties go to the defender, and the weapon is +3. So half that, so he takes 1. August's men are like spreading out away from the door so they're not bunched up. One or two of them take. Oh no, the parking lot's empty. There's not any cars here because they all rode the bus. That's right. So there's no cover to be had. So they're just spreading out. So and trying to like get up, trying to get up against the wall. Whoever is inside takes another shot at 1. 5 successes. Oh, I didn't roll for the rest of that group on their frenzy checks earlier. Hang on. None of them got critical successes. They're actually all just standing there kind of shaking off the initial fear. Except the one guy. I mean, the one more guy other than the guy on fire is now running away. So they're thinned out a little bit. Walter, you can make it to the door. You were headed. No, were you headed to the door? No, you were punching the. I'm sorry, you had stopped to punch the gunman.
Yeah, I stopped to punch the gunman.
Are you still punching him?
Heck yeah! You ain't dead yet.
I
I
didn't hear
didn't
no
hear
bell.
no bell.
Basically, I didn't hear no bell. I ain't stopping.
All right, he's gonna try to get out of the way.
Sorry, since all this was going on, I figured I could take care of a chore or two. Okay.
And I thought you were just nosed out.
Extreme nos.
I mean, you're not wrong. Okay, so I need to... Why did my sheet go away? Okay. So once again, brawl. Strength. Actually, hold that thought. I remember I'm gonna do a thing. Think. Help me out here, Socks. It's, prowess is a rouse check,
Yes.
and then it adds my potence into the roll.
And then it adds your potence right into the roll, yeah.
Ooh,
What's
cool.
that trick? What's that trick?
Alright, first off, RNG. How much do you screw me? Alright, one more dot. That's only 2. I'm looking good. But now that means my punch is gonna have 2 more added. Woo! Yay for remembering things.
Alright, so you're taking a swing.
Yes, sir. Brawl. And strength modifier is adding 2. And RNG, what do you say? Whack! Alright, 4 successes.
Alright, so that's 4.
I mean, I was rolling with 10 and I only got 2, so I'm not sure what you're complaining about.
He got 1. Alright, so that's 3. You beat him by 3. And then you get what bonus? You said you rolled some power for a bonus?
Well, I wrote prowess, so basically I can take my potence and add it to my roll.
Okay, that added to the roll. Okay, so you beat him by 3. So that's got him up to 7 superficial. So that starts becoming... Actually, what is this? No. Does it switch over to aggravated?
Yes.
Okay. So anything he takes forward, going forward, would be aggravated.
Walter kind of smiles. Ooh, I think I saw blood there. So.
I think I saw blood. Hold on, let me get a straw.
Madam, you forget one of his teeth is practically already one.
Emma, what are you doing?
Only people left outside are knife fight guy and the one Walter's beaten up on.
Yes. And then Egidio also shot this round.
Which
Probably
at
closer.
this,
Go ahead.
sorry, I was gonna say because at this point he ain't gonna have much more space to dodge if the dice pool gets lessened each time he does it. Or was that the other campaign? I forget.
You might be flashing back to Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, you're flashing back to Star Wars where it took a dice each action.
All right. So what is Emma doing?
She's gonna shoot the one that Kyle's fighting.
All right.
That is 4. Plus the 4.
So a total of 8.
All right. He got a 5 to avoid it.
Well, hey.
But you're shooting from range, and he's got a knife, so there's no retaliation there.
Yeah. That's your turn.
Though he looks at you, you have his attention. If he survives Kyle, you know where he's going next.
She likes her odds.
Oh wait. 5, 8. Okay. I don't know why I thought there should have been more damage done, but yeah. Too many systems to try and remember.
Yep.
My brain scrambles them all.
Don't worry, last week I was like, do I need to set my deeds?
Nice.
Technically, yes.
Like, not as much as I would have needed to in a
For
silent
sure.
game.
All right. So Kyle, what are you doing?
I mean, this is a new round. He's gonna be trying to murder Mittens, the guy in front of him.
Okay.
Dice giveth and the dice taketh.
4 successes, but that's a messy critical.
Okay.
With another 2 skulls.
So once again, you just go in wild, and he just sort of dances out of the way.
Okay. I'm already under a compulsion, so I don't think I can take another one. Try to vary the compulsions rather than leaning on the clan compulsion each time, unless you enjoy stereotype overgrowth.
So what are your other compulsions? I don't see a reason why they wouldn't, unless it specifically says you're not doing 2 at a time. So we've covered your clan compulsion. What are your other ones?
Well, there's just the standard ones after that.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Standard ones. There's the failure.
Ooh, random compulsion could be fun. But you know, if you see one in the list that you like. Let's see, violent. Let's see, hunger compulsion. I would say you couldn't do because that involves throwing away a weapon. You're already not using those.
Yeah.
Dominance.
That's mortal though.
Yep, that's not going to do any good there.
Vampire. Could lean into harm as he's just trying to. He's like ripping at the guy's arms, trying to get to him.
We will trigger. We'll trigger the harm one, which means when he goes down, you'll waste a round or 2 just mutilating the body.
Fair enough.
Much to the horror of those around you, I'm sure.
Yeah, but that's what the dice say is gonna happen.
Is everybody else gone this round?
We just started it.
That's right.
Quick question. For a potential restoration of my spent 5th willpower point, could I lean more into the compulsion and say Kyle, like when he's tearing into him, he's also like using his fangs and his teeth because he's trying to feed to get some of the hunger out of his system?
I don't know. That sounds like. I mean, you can describe it that way, but if you're trying to do the actual feeding, that sounds more like you're giving yourself a.
Not actually feeding, because he's trying to, because the beast is like,
Oh, sure.
blood.
Sure.
Okay.
Won't do your reputation any good. Oh yeah, he's a great fighter, but he absolutely loses it in a fight.
He's under 2 compulsions.
But all right. So Emma, what are you doing this round?
She already shot.
Oh, that's right. She shot. It was a GDO that had not shot yet, correct? Or whatever a GDO is going to do. What are you doing this round, GDO?
I see that, gun guy is occupied. I see knife guy is occupied. I'm gonna shoulder the rifle and run the rest of the way to get into the, because he's kind of been firing and moving.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna go the rest of the way into the building and shoulder the rifle and pull out close quarters.
All right. You just get up into the door, so you're nice and silhouetted by the light. Oh, and the guy inside has not gone this round. So he's gonna throw fire at a GDO.
GDO's gonna first shot and roll Roy Shrek.
3 successes.
Successes. I'm gonna roll for Roy Shrek.
Okay.
And probably take 2 ag.
Oh, you got how many successes?
2.
2. He had 3. Let me check exactly how much damage that. I think it just does the number that you.
The frenzy roll is humanity plus unspent willpower.
Third of your willpower rounded down.
Cool. Third of my willpower is, I believe, just third is just 1.
No, it's third of your humanity rounded down.
Oh,
okay.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7. Third of that rounded up is
Rounded down.
2. Rounded down, still 2.
Yeah, 2.
So it's that plus your current available willpower. Yes.
Yep. Yeah. So if you spend any willpower for rerolls and stuff. Okay.
4, so 6 dice. Pretty good roll. I'm running.
All right, you turn around and take off.
Yep.
So I realized something I had not been doing on this guy, so let me do that right quick.
I think he tries to fire, and then actual fire comes out. He's like, nope.
All right, that's 2.
Am I gonna take damage for trying this?
Okay. I realized the guy throwing fire's got a rouse every round he does that, so I was like, oh yeah, I need to make those rolls. But he's okay at the moment.
He's gonna try it again to stop a video from running.
All right.
Fantastic. Okay, rolling for thing. Probably close enough. She will trigger another hunger frenzy and our favorite neighborhood gangrel.
He got 3 successes, so he's okay.
And I've already roused one. So does the rouse the rouse is only for 1 action we found out, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just double checking his composure. Okay, composure and aspect, so 6.
And you needed 4 successes total, I believe.
Just barely make it. 4 successes.
All right, GDO, you calm back down. You turn around and you've taken a couple of running steps, enough for Emma to notice what's happened.
Fuck this. You're like,
And suddenly you feel calmer.
Yeah, fuck this, but
did I still waste my turn or shoot? Can I shoot?
Well, even if you succeed on the roll, even if you had succeeded on the roll, unless you critted, it would have taken you an action to settle yourself.
Okay.
So yeah, still no other action this round.
Perfect.
question. What is superficial willpower damage?
That is stuff like when you spend your willpower on rerolls and stuff.
Okay, so I lose a willpower.
Oh yeah, because you're used it more than once.
Mm-hmm.
Then Egidio will put himself out and maybe just like.
I think the only difference with the aggravated willpower damage is it's harder to get back. It takes longer to get back or something. We'll have to look at it.
It's the same rules as like aggravated damage.
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
All right. Let's see. Is that everybody, or has Walter not gone yet?
Walter has not, I don't believe.
All right, Walter, what are you doing this round? Is Walter with us? Dubo, you there?
Guess not.
Ruh-roh.
Hello?
Ah, there he is.
There he is.
Weird, I was talking, but I guess it wasn't picking me up. I don't know why. Okay, if the... Come on. Anyway, if the, gun guy's still there, hasn't fallen down yet, he's taking no swing.
All right.
But again, I ain't heard no bell. So, doot. And go. Oh, hey! That technically makes it 6?
I think it
Okay.
already doubled it in there.
Not in the success roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 2 10s on these success rolls, so that makes it a crit, so...
So that's actually 5. Or,
Woohoo!
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 6.
Is it 6? You've got 3 successes. Oh, I was not looking down at the 100 dice.
Yeah, I got
forgot
total
there was
4,
yeah.
so I got 2 more, so that's total 6.
You are correct, so. Let me knock 1 off of that. So 5. So that's now. He's now up to 2 aggravated. As you were just, the combined damage is mangling this guy at this point. He is probably looking for an exit. But at this point, you hear. Let's see, off the gunfire, you wouldn't hear him kicking in the back door, but you'd hear 2 roars. GDO, I think, has heard this before.
Oh no.
Because I want to say when you saw the thing on the street,
Yep.
it when its mouth distended, it made this weird sort of roaring noise. But you seem to hear 2 of those. And one of those front painted over windows shatters out, and that big, obese, kind of humanoid
No face.
shape. At a distance, you might mistake it for shadow, or it's just a shadow. But up close, it looks solid. Not quite like oil, but well, a GDO has seen what Oblivion looks like when people are doing things with it. So, yeah. The other roar seems to be coming from somewhere in the building.
Jason. Even or odd?
Even. What am I evening or odding?
Kyle, locked in his bestial compulsion, roars right back.
So everybody's like, what?
A new challenger has arrived.
Yeah.
Oh, you're 3 as enter the
See, now I'm picturing Kyle over there like Blanca from Street Fighter.
Not far off.
More or
game.
less.
Yeah, kind of.
But
I mean, if he goes into a frenzy, then you'd be spot on.
More easy.
So anyway, creature bursts out. It roars. The one inside roars. Kyle roars.
Yeah.
And that is where we're wrapped for the week.
Oh.
I had meant to wrap this up, but things got out of hand.
Yeah, my dice decided this is going to become an epic fight with the knife guy.
Well,
That's being said.
it's one of the things where maybe I should have gone with the three rounds and out rule, but that didn't seem to fit well in this scenario because it's really kind of no prisoners. Y'all really weren't planning on letting people run away. I don't know,
They weren't.
but
I mean, Kyle
Immediately
absolutely
about to empty
isn't
a clip.
now.
Egidio immediately emptying a clip into the shadow guy.
I mean, yeah, to put it in perspective here, Kyle is at 4 hunger. He's very hungry. He's locked in the compulsions of his bestial instincts and the need to just eviscerate something.
Dumbass Salubrio's over there bleeding.
So he's having to resist 2 frenzy rolls already. So he's like, you know what? This thing's roaring. It's like basically what happens when you challenge a wolf in its own territory.
it's your beast. It's your beast reacting to what it perceives as a challenge.
Yeah, I'm leaning into this. Let's go.
You're doing amazing, sweetie.
Hopefully, it doesn't eat you.
I am.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's great. Yep. Fully emptying a clip. I can't wait until I have the power that lets me feed on ghosts.
Eat Mildred.
No, I can eat the damn shadow thing.
Mildred was
It's
talking
not a
shit way
ghost.
too much.
Well, it
Yeah,
might
it's
not be a
close
ghost.
enough.
Don't know.
And...
But anyway, I hope y'all had fun.
Yep.
Hope anybody watching at home or watching later had fun. I hope you show up next week. If you're looking for more games, there are more games here on Dire Bear. Just check the schedule below. I think we've got 2 D&D games going on. I don't know. I keep telling people check the schedule and I never look at it. So shame on me. But anyway, we'll see you next week. And again, I was your storyteller, Jason. And with me has been Sarah as Emma, Jeremy as Didio, Duba as Walter, and Eric as Kyle. And we will see y'all next time.